You're listening to an episode of Metal Gear Resurrections. On this episode, I'm joined by Adam of Adam and Sam Panic at the Disco podcast. We catch up after a 2-month hiatus on Metal Gear and what's going on with the games of Master Collect. And as always, our intro and outros by Fingers.
Yeah, and my taskbar is for some reason in the way of the unmute button. So that's what's up.
None much, just going a little mad.
Oh no.
I mean, not really, just getting back into things again.
Right.
You think, when the last time we talked? A couple months ago?
Like June maybe?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It was like, I think, the beginning of summer, and now we're towards near the end of summer.
I know. It's crazy. But we've almost never not tried to make this happen in one way or another.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's no fault to any's own. It's been a crazy couple months.
Right.
Yeah.
June 21st. A Wednesday.
Oh my god. Seems to be a pattern here.
Yeah, right. It's gotta be Wednesdays.
I don't know, I guess it just falls that way, but I was gonna say thanks for coming back on again. And for putting up with my nuisance.
Sooner or later, I've got this new microphone that I've got to get hooked up. Sam and I have learned that sometimes video calls are not doing the best. I don't know if it's the laptop or the headset or the microphone. Yeah, it's all kind of crappy. 1 second, let me hit this fan.
Yeah. I don't even hear it.
Can help. Oh, it would come through though.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's like I've always said this so many times. Like I don't hear that, and then I'm editing, and you're like,
yeah,
like what the fuck is that?
I'm about to even turn off my desktop here because you'll even get that.
Yeah, I had to turn off the AC because I'm in an undisclosed location.
Off the grid.
I was gonna say I don't know if I told you, but like my fucking place is a wreck now.
Man.
We did some renovation work. And we come to find out there's mold.
Oh
so
shit!
We had to evacuate.
Oh yeah.
I had to evacuate my mother base immediately.
Dang.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah. So where are you at? Just a nice little hotel? Or did you find yourself a little spot?
Yeah, well, family.
There you go.
I found a room out of many rooms that they have. And I was like, aren't you fancy?
Yep.
Like, you freaking 6-room bastards over here.
Oh gosh! Wow.
I'll come get you. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. More rooms than you have hands or fingers on one hand.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy couple of months. Like I was supposed to go to MGS Con, and then my daughter gave me strep throat.
Right.
And then my voice was gone afterwards. I was sounding like I can't talk like that. I was like, what the fuck?
It's great to see everybody. Yeah, that would have been real fun for you.
Oh my god! If I try to go, I have to wear one of those masks that Venom wore during that mission.
Yeah, that would have been better.
I have to wear that and probably be in a bubble to be properly to attend. But no, I was like, no, I'm sick. I was like, shit. I was like, of all fucking times. But hey, it's the joys in life to get sick by your children.
Oh yeah, it's a rite of passage, basically.
I was gonna say now you know how Big Boss felt when he was about David and Eli. Like, no, fuck those kids.
Yeah, no,
don't bring them near me.
Yeah, no, I don't want any of that shit. Yeah, like I told you before, you swap, kid sickness just for bigger kid problems, and that's kind of what we've got going on lately. So that's real fun. Like I said, my son got home.
And you had to talk with him.
Yeah, I could see on his face that something happened in his day. So we talked about that for a little bit. We got to deal with something for the high school daughter after this recording. So when I say here in about an hour and a half, it's like I gotta go. It's like we gotta go do shit.
Yeah, man. That's no big deal.
Fucking great. It's been Kansas has also been hot as hell, so I feel like that's just making everybody go crazy.
That's just in general. It's hot everywhere, man. It's just,
I know. It's
crazy.
Been 107 here for about the last 3 fucking days.
Oh fuck! I'm not gonna complain at all then, because I'm nowhere near that temperature. But yeah,
it is.
It makes people fucking nutty.
It does. It's been 3 digits, like I said, it's been 107 for the last 3, but it's been 3 digits for about the last week. It is insane. Fuck. Yeah. My car has no AC. The car that I drive to work has no AC, so thankfully I'm only in it for 20 minutes at a time.
Oh, okay.
I've never had a car, a personal car that I drive.
Yeah.
And, not the family car, a personal car that I drive to work and all that kind of stuff. I've never had a car that's had AC for longer than 3 months. So I've gotten accustomed to just rolling windows down. It's like windows down, radio up, or earbuds in, and volume all the way up, because whatever.
And then this week, all the nerds are like just stroking themselves hard over like the frame rates.
Yes.
I'm like, you fucking nerds. That's all I want to say.
Frame rates, resolution, and start screens has been video game Twitter this week.
I mean, the only thing I cared about was like the control scheme. Like, show me what the controls are, because I am horrible at memorizing. And I saw on social media people had like almost like play cards, like a play sheet. And I was like, that's what I need for the fucking game when it comes out. I was like, give me that so I can look at it while I'm playing, because I forget what the controls are.
Yeah. Oh, I hate Metal Gear controls. I hate jumping from like Switch to any other console. That one also sucks. I got one of the 8BitDo like controller dongles, so I could use like a PlayStation controller. So I tried to use that for a bit, and then I was afraid that it would warp my mind for how to actually use a PlayStation controller. I was like, this is pretty cool, but what's being broken in the process of me doing this?
I mean, I did the same shit when I was doing that streaming thing months back. I was playing on an Xbox controller first with Metal Gear. It broke my brain. I had to switch to PlayStation.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this.
I feel sorry for any lifelong fan. I know why they're going to want to do it. You want Metal Gear Solid on the go. That's 100% fair. But, oh my God, you're going to have to remap all those buttons. Thankfully, on the Switch, you can like remap the controller itself. But, woof, at what cost?
I mean, Nintendo's like, when it comes to like controls and Metal Gear, it hasn't been a very good marriage. No. I'm not gonna say from like NES, because like NES is such a simple controller, but the GameCube controller is like, that thing was like, I don't know what the hell it was. It was an upgrade compared to N64, but it still was like a weird monster baby thing that I didn't know how to use it properly.
I like it for certain games. Like, I will use the GameCube controller for Mario Kart and Smash. Like, those are the two that I will definitely use it for. I tried to use it for Metroid Prime, that remaster that they did. The C stick is so small and so finicky that you're either overshooting or undershooting any target that you need. And then I tried to do the same for Tears of the Kingdom, and it just did not feel right. Like, if they drop Wind Waker on Switch, I will definitely use the GameCube. Like, that would that's one of those things where you just feel like you're at home. Like, it's just comfort at that point. Like, I'm ready for these games to come out, because I feel like I just need a good comfort game at this point. Like, Metal Gear Solid, or if they were to do like well, I guess they did try and do the definitive edition of like Grand Theft Auto, that trilogy from the PlayStation 2. But it's like, I just need a good comfort game right now, because I'm just tired of playing Final Fantasy. I want to be done with that by the time Starfield comes out, but Jesus Christ, at this point, it does not feel like that's going to happen.
I feel like we're going to get Delta before Starfield.
Oof.
That's maybe a possibility, but who knows?
I'm curious when Delta's coming.
They haven't announced it yet, but like, I know what you're talking about. Like, I'm literally tired of booting up my old PS3, and I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, why don't you just emulate it? It's so super easy." My brain doesn't work that way. I don't know.
No.
I can barely make pasta, which is a joke, but you know what I mean? Like, I can't do like download a file. What? Like, where? Huh?
Yeah. You wouldn't download a car. Like,
fuck that.
Yeah. I don't want to try and make that happen on my computer. I mean, I don't like being stuck at this desk. I'm stuck at a desk all day.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is sit at this desk. I mean,
exactly.
Whenever I was in school, it was like work desk, home desk, and that was just life. And I don't want to do that now to play video games. Like, my computer cannot run new modern games, right? So it can still play some stuff like 2015 and prior, probably not on super duper mega ultra quality, but I mean, Game Pass is cool on PC. I've got plenty on Steam, but I mean, there's plenty of games that, like microcosm games or very niche games, that my computer could run. But I don't want to fucking sit here. Like,
you want to go on the go. That's what Switch and the Steam Deck is for. You want to take these games on the go. You want to be on the the school bus. You want to be on the bus, on the train. You want to be like, hey, I'm running naked through this jungle. Right. Lady, watch me play this game.
Come on, Or I want to play on that fucking thing. Like, I bought that for a hell of a lot more than I paid for this computer. Why not use it? and it can run 4K and run 120 frames per second. I'm gonna play on that. Yeah, I'm excited for these to come out. It looks like it's the same thing. Right? They're not retouching these. They're not redoing things. We've got confirmed 1080p, 30 frames per second for console, and I'm curious on how fast they might up that to 60. I mean, there's no reason to not, but if it's 1080p, it'll be all right. You know, I mean, that's still an up-res from the last iteration that they did, where it was running at 720 or whatever. So it's still a little something, but I don't know. I don't want to be the frame rate guy. So,
I mean, you can be like, I don't really judge people. Like I've said like fucking nerds before, but from my eyes, like, you know, I can't tell a difference. There's other people that can.
Sure.
And for them, like, you know, it's like, if you want to get like the best, the more bang for your buck, because we have the technology, we have the capabilities to do it, why not?
Right.
Get it up there.
Yeah. I mean, because everything ships right now with a quality mode or a performance mode. And I'll pop into quality mode every now and then just to oogle at the visuals and all that. I don't feel like I've done that much with Final Fantasy because it still looks good, you know. And a game like that, you know, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to get in there and look over every megapixel of a frame, or, you know, what mini frames or whatever the hell fighting game players call it. I mean, I just want it to look buttery smooth, and 60 frames per second, it's as close to buttery smooth as you can get. I know that I played Halo Infinite at 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
And that was weird. And I played God of War Ragnarok at 120 frames per second. That was weird.
Oh, yeah?
But I tried to drop it down to 60, and then that felt weird because I played the other 30 hours of Ragnarok at, 120.
Yeah.
But it's just so crisp. Like, the movement and animations are so crisp that it kind of, you don't notice it, but then when you lower that a bit, especially from 120 to 60,
exactly,
like you feel it in one way. Your button press, like you've trained your mind to press square at this moment, and now it's not it's not seconds, right? But you're still just, you feel like you're mashing a button waiting for Kratos to do what you're telling him to do.
It kind of sounds like you went from like Formula One racing to NASCAR stock car racing.
Pretty much.
And you're like, holy crap, there's a difference here.
Yeah, and then if you do 30 seconds, you might as well just be, or like 30 frames per second, you're in a demolition derby at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Everyone's counting down. Everyone's like, you know, going nuts. Like, I think it's like still like 60 something days.
Yeah.
60
days, $60. That's all right.
Yeah. It's like just in time for the fall, you know, so you can get your pumpkin spice lattes and like pumpkin spice donuts.
Oh yeah,
I'll be all right. Here's my Metal Gear.
Yeah, I've got freaking 12 days to use this year, like 12 days off to use, or I lose them. So
you're gonna use it
almost any time. Like if there's a big release between Game Pass or something that I want, it's like I'll just take Friday. I'll take Friday or Monday, and people that I work with, like I work with a bunch of people that are older than me. Some of them are literally twice my age.
Yeah.
And one of them will give me shit every now and then. He's like, well, did you beat the game? No, man, it's not Nintendo anymore. You can't just sit there and, jack through it for 6 hours and be done.
Nope.
And I've got my one day where, especially now with the kids in school, it's like, all right, I've got one day, my wife might go to work, and it's just complete, silence in the house. And I'll just sit there and oof. And that's what I did with Final Fantasy. And that, same guy was like, well, did you beat it? No, I still haven't, and I hate it.
I was gonna say, like, those days are gone. Like beating a game in a day, they're gone.
Oh yeah.
Especially with some of these games, there's just so much content and stuff to do, and if you have DLCs, it adds on more. It's like, come on.
And with everything being $70, sometimes it's a gamble between. Do you want to wait for a Game Pass maybe? Do you want to wait for a discount, or do you want that day one thing? Yeah. I wasn't day one on Final Fantasy, but then Sam and another friend of mine were just like, you gotta play this. I guess you gotta play this. I mean, Final Fantasy's never been my bag. This will be the second Final Fantasy I beat, and at this point I'm at my wit's end with it.
Fuck.
It's like I feel like I could be 3 hours away from the end, or like another 10.
Mm.
because I'm in the last 3 chapters of this game, like 3 or 4, and you get in and you get like you walk around and you open up your map and there's nothing, no side quests or anything.
Mm.
You do one cutscene out of that, open the map. There's like 16 side quests that pop up, and it's like holy shit. And my brain is like, gotta do it, gotta do them all. I'm not chasing the platinum on this. Sam got the platinum. He's a madman. I am not chasing the platinum on this.
Yo, I can't be out here out in the streets trying to get platinum trophies.
No.
I barely do that. Like, the best I can do is maybe silver or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like I tried in the past, like a long time ago when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
And
even recently.
I didn't like it.
No. It's a chore. Like, I think my Ragnarok trophies and my Horizon Forbidden West trophies are like 90%. So I'm close, but then I look at the checklist and it's all collect this or go kill this specific thing. It's like, I don't want to do that.
Nah.
Because then I've got to pull up a guide and look at where it's at, and that's too much. I mean, I don't have time for that shit.
Not even for the series that I love.
Nope.
As much, I can't do that. Like, there's so many ranks other than the trophies. There's so many like actual in-game ranks where it's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna try to chase every single thing. I'm not gonna try to get big boss. Like, are you nuts? I can't get that fucking rank. Best I can do is probably like, what is it, pigeon or like fucking octopus.
Yeah, I can go through there and like tranquilize everybody, but I'm gonna get caught. Like, I'm gonna alert somebody, and then I'm gonna trank them, but it's still, you know, that rank is then lost. No,
I was gonna say, you're doing a nicer job. Like, you're tranking people. Meanwhile, I got a shotgun loaded, and I'll be like, anybody sees me, blow your head off.
I'm pretty sure it's the last time I did 3. It was like, all right, man. You find me, gloves are off. Don't find me.
No, 3 used to piss me off because they used to be like those, what was it, like there was traps set by like, what's his fucking name?
Yes.
And the people were like, you're a fucking Metal Gear fan, you know his name? What is his name? The Fear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his stupid fucking traps. And I was like, motherfucker, are you out here thinking you're Rambo? I was like, I had it. I actually took all my automatic weapons and just put my thermal goggles on and just started mowing them down. I was like, forget it. You made me really angry.
Yeah.
Like, with your stupid, like, Vietnam era traps, like getting like falling into like a fucking hole and like getting hit with a tree. I'm like, fuck this guy.
Can't wait to do that in 4K. I'm curious. I mean, I'm curious to see what they do with that game. I know we've talked about it a lot. Like, how do you modernize this game? Because even these days, I don't want to sound like a start menu rager, but I mean, these days everything is like transferred over to the menu with the fake mouse cursor, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've just got that little ball that you kind of like guide around, which is so annoying with a controller. I don't like this. I'll toggle through 50 different things if I have to. Don't give me like, and I think it was maybe Destiny. That was probably like one of the big first games to do it. And it was so weird. I'll toggle with the shoulder buttons. I don't care. I'll scroll through all of them, like everything. I feel like for Delta, with how often you're changing your freaking camo, right? Like, they've got to find a way to expedite that.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about it before, because I mean, like, if you're menu diving, if you're going to spend all this time making this game world look great, you know, and modernize a classic, you're going to make everybody sit in the menu every time they walk from tree to bush to mud to bush. And that's just not gonna. But you can't octo camo it, right? Because you're in the cold world. That technology's not there. But you almost have to do just a quick pop-up menu. I think, you know, kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2, or I can't remember if Phantom Pain had kind of a quick pop-up to change your inventory.
Yeah, it was like a loadout, and then you can like get it dropped to you real quick.
You almost need just like a scroll wheel that's, you know, here's birch, here's grass, here's your weird red brick one that you'll literally only use in one place. And then here's naked. I mean, you can't just menu that all the time.
No, I can imagine like they're probably doing like do a hotkey kind of thing, but you know, I don't think they're gonna do like have you go menu All right,
Yeah.
here's your avatar. Quickly change his wardrobe real quick.
Right.
It does it doesn't play well
No.
nowadays. I would say.
Yeah, because you've got camouflage on one
Hmm.
side, and then you've got healing on the other. And
Yeah,
you are going between those menus almost every screen a couple of times. You got shot, you got to dig it out. You fell, you got to
yeah,
bandage it. You got burnt, you got to anoint. I mean, it's
yeah.
there's so many things that they need to try and bring up to speed.
I
And
mean,
even
yeah.
Death Stranding, of course, Kojima's not going to do anything with this, but Death
Hmm.
Stranding did the inventory wheels pretty well.
Hmm.
You either use the D-pad and it pops up this one, or it's this one, and then you've got a nice wheel, and then
Hmm.
R1 takes you over to the next wheel in that inventory slot. So that they're almost going to follow something like that because
Yeah.
you can't just menu this entire game.
No, like probably for like healing and shit, they're probably gonna do is do what the Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. It was like an action button. It's like, oh,
Right.
you'll probably get radioed like by whomever was it, Dr. Clark,
Yeah.
paramedic. She'll probably be like, you gotta heal yourself, Snake. Bust your leg open, or like, oh, Snake got shot in the scrotum.
Yeah.
Hit that spray
Right.
real quick.
Get that at your dick.
But yeah, I mean, there's not much about it. Because you know what it is? They're talking about the Masters Collection right now because that's what's like coming out soon. So
Right.
it's like I think I saw a quote where they're like I probably misreading the quote or like I was probably high when I read it. Because I've been hitting the edibles recently.
Oh yeah.
But I literally could have thought they said like they treated it like it was like close to the Bible or some shit like that. Like they
I
didn't
bet.
change too much with the
Yeah.
collection, just to like just to like not just to slightly modernize it
Yeah.
from the past collection they had.
Right. I think the quote was like they put on the white gloves.
There we go. Why the
Yeah,
hell I
like
say Bible?
I
There we
mean, hey,
Yeah.
essentially, it's got to be for us fans out here. It's got to be
Yeah.
treated like the Bible, especially when they're adding in, screenplays and all that. They might as
Oh,
well
yeah,
be
yeah.
building the Bible for everybody. But yeah, they put on the white gloves to go through, so that'll be interesting. And I think it's good. Let's put air quotes around that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good that they've maybe put a content warning on this.
exactly.
I don't. Let me say this as a white male. It's hard to kind of figure out like where those moments are. Of course, Meryl is a thing.
Oh yeah.
And then Metal Gear Solid 2, you of course have like the incest thing. And then in Metal Gear Solid 3, you have the rapey thing. So it's good that it's there, but I don't feel like any of those storylines or anything different from what still some popular media, like pop culture media things are doing. Like, Game of Thrones didn't have a content warning.
Yeah.
I mean, that had all of that. That had all of that every 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you didn't know anything about the book, you kind of had a feeling like this is gonna be some like heavy shit going into this.
Yeah. So I feel like it's good that it's there, but is that from the standpoint of the writing, or is that from the standpoint of the wars and the information that it covered? I mean, of course, none of those things that I listed are good. Let's go ahead and get that clear the air on that. None of those things are good, but they're still in stories told today. It's not like Hideo Kojima, a rebel in his writing. I mean, some of those tales and some of those themes went back as old as time. So, but it's I don't know. We live in an age where content warnings are good. We live in an age where this is probably going to be, especially being on Switch. I mean, hell, some of us were like 8 or 9 whenever the first Metal Gear Solid came out, so it was fucking weird then. So maybe that's why I'm somewhat desensitized to this, just because I've played these games so long. There's some weird sex vibes going on a lot of the time, especially with Volgan grabbing dicks and all that. But I mean,
for the whole series.
Yeah. It's just, I'd almost want to see like what made them feel that they wanted to put that there.
Oh boy.
Because it's like we're not going back. If you're Disney, or something, you're not going back and removing content or putting content warnings on it. So what is it that's driving that, aside from maybe the age that we live? Because are they going to turn around and do that when 3 comes out? Because
you did.
I mean, 3 is part of it. So, I'm sorry, when Delta comes out, are they going to add a content warning on the Delta, or are they going to? You can't remove it, because then you're just removing a part of what everybody loved.
Then you're just whitewashing history.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like they're not taking the route that it seems like maybe Resident Evil 4 did. And we don't know, so this is speculation. Like, they're not taking the route that Resident Evil 4 Remake did, where they're giving you almost the exact same package, making it pretty, making it updated, and then changing some things, like changing certain scenarios and events that happen throughout the game, maybe where they are or how they play out. I mean, until we know more, I don't want to think that that's what they're going to do with Delta, because like we've said, whenever they announce that they're going to have the same voice actors, there's not much that you can do. You can't add anything. That's what's weird. You can't add anything. They seem to have hamstrung themselves already by dedicating themselves to the voice acting.
Especially when you pick in that entry. It's an iconic entry out of all of them. It's the prequel. Right. And I mean, has there, like, the one thing I could think about was that back in the day, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 had like the warning, and I was like, I know why, because it was already spoiled by then, by the time it came release. So I kind of think, like, from that day point, if there's an issue that the company thinks that there's going to be something, someone's going to complain about, or like someone's going to like put on the news, like, right. The only thing I think about for Metal Gear series that, like, the torture possibly is the torture, because I think almost every entry there is a torture, whether you're the character or you're seeing it.
Right.
Yeah, because I think V, it's like you don't really get tortured, but you actually do see everybody else get tortured.
Right. Yeah. 1 and 2, you definitely do the button mashing torture scene. 3,
I think
3
you just
is a cut
watch
scene.
it.
Yeah. 3 is a cut scene. And then 4, which isn't in this. I mean, 4, you've got the microwave hole, right?
That was torture.
Which is a torturous event. Yeah.
For the player, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think for the character.
No. Well, and that microwave hall was like the worst, kind of the most involved that you felt emotionally. Because 1 and 2, you're just pissed off that you have to mash that button.
Yeah.
Like 1 and 2, you've got the yells of Snake and Raiden, and then you just got to mash that button. Like, you almost really have no thought in your mind to feel that torture because you're too busy doing the thing with your thumb. But in 4, when you are actually kind of forcing Snake to crawl, like first walk and then he falls and then you crawl. I mean, that's really the first one you have a player to character kind of emotional feel with it, because in one way you're forcing him to do it. You're forcing him through that pain. So I mean, the torture is probably a good point, but
and probably all the sex stuff.
But I mean, hey, everything's got sex stuff.
That's true.
And I mean, it's an M-rated game. There's plenty of warnings in that M rating for what you're going in to expect.
The label enough should like tell you like what you're getting into.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the ESRB is for. That's kind of what the ESRB and that's what the MPAA are for, right? I mean, if they're not there, nothing would have a rating and everything would have content warnings, I guess. Nothing would release. So I don't feel like I know that I've put this on a pedestal right now. I don't feel like it's a controversial thing.
No.
I feel like it's good. It's just what exactly is it that drove them to make that decision? But I'll take this over cutting content.
Oh, that's true. I hear you with that one. Because imagine, like, if they're already taking out historical footage, they could have been like, well, we're going to take out all this like really hard stuff that we feel it's too much for the consumer. So you're just going to have like edited games. Right.
And when I guess you look at a global market where And I'd almost have to think on how Metal Gear has released or sold in global markets where there's so much censorship.
Yeah.
In some of these countries, I mean, regardless of this content warning, that censorship's still going to be there.
Yeah, sure. Isn't like Australia like really?
Australia's oddly, yeah. Australia, Japan in some ways, yeah. Australia's,
yeah.
And I don't know if they've maybe laxed or maybe it's just not in the zeitgeist of gaming news anymore. But yeah, it used to be like almost every other major release was banned.
Yep.
I feel like maybe the last one that I had seen was Rage, so that's years ago, but I'm sure it still happens all the time, and maybe it's just not in the news because everybody's like, fuck it, they know it's Australia, they're not going to buy it, or they're not going to sell it there.
I was going to say, like, with the way, I'm not going to call it the letter, with the way Twitter is, I do see it occasionally, something about Australia and gaming, and I just think, like, wow, they're really harsh over there. It's like, I kind of feel like, should I buy a plane and just buy all these games and just like drop it on them?
Yeah.
Like, here you go, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Not even bootleg, just black market gaming.
But
y'all got spiders that can eat people. Surely you can handle a little violence in your video games.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, I don't think you made it like the whole thing to do, but it is like interesting in regards to that, because like these games have been out for a while. For the most part, you can still buy them physically,
right.
And they never had like, slap a label on it, like, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas did back in the day. Yeah. Where they had to put those adults only sticker.
Hot coffee on there, yeah.
I mean, all it made me want to do is go to Starbucks afterwards. So, well, yeah.
Or for some people, it made them want to buy a Game Shark so they could figure out what it was.
Any news is good news when it comes to Metal Gear. I would say, like, give me everything. I don't care what you're saying, but you know what? The one thing I do laugh about is that like these supposed like game journalists are like releasing like information and getting like railroaded by other people, going like, well, technically, no, you're lying, you're wrong, whatever.
Like IGN coming out, and I remember reading it, the other morning, IGN coming out and being like, well, it's stuck at 720, but we can't really assume that. Okay, but you've already declared that it's seemingly stuck at 720.
Yeah.
So then you have people in the Metal Gear community, people like other game journalists that are like, okay, but is it really enough? And sometimes these gaming companies, like these game devs and publishers, do need a little pressure to just come out and say something.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you've got 100 million people, it's an exaggeration, on Twitter that believe that your HD definitive master collection is really nothing more but a bigger bundle running at what it ran at 10 years during its HD release, and you're not going to touch it, then you have to react. And sometimes with like re-releases like this, you're better to get ahead than fall behind. Like otherwise you've got the Rockstar fucking Red Dead Redemption like re-release thing on your hands. Like you knew that all of these people were building it up for weeks. The second that they found an image had changed on the website splash page, Rockstar knew that already. Speculation had started to peak. And then you just say that we're going to release this for what, $60 I think still, but you can play it on Switch and PS4. But there's nothing new. We've removed multiplayer. It's nothing different. I mean, it's so strange that some of these companies are like, just re-release it, they'll buy it. And I'm sure people did buy Red Dead. Of course they would. But I mean, then it's just you're buying the same thing for a modern price. And like you said, you can go buy these Metal Gear Solid classics. In the Midwest, you can go to a CD trade post. You can go to a vintage store. You can find these. Is it a price that you'll want to pay? Probably not. But at least, let's say maybe you're paying $30 for one of these instead of $60 that has nothing new applied to it.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the Metal Gear Solid collection is split, and I haven't seen, if you buy this game, you get this microcosm of added content. So each one of these individually is $20.
Yeah.
Right? So
it is.
But what do you get what do you get if you pay $20 just for Metal Gear Solid 1? What do you get if you do the $20 for 2 and then $20 for 3? At that point, you've bought the package separately, but do you get any of those special add-ins if you would just bought the Master Collection?
I don't think so. I think the whole Master Collection, the bundle, like whatever they're calling it, premium, whatever. I don't even remember.
Right.
The whole $60 one, it gives you everything, and plus including like what was it, the Snake's Revenge,
screenplays, the comics, are
Metal
those
Gear?
Yeah, and is Metal Gear accessed through the same menu as the games would be, or are they accessed in subsistence?
Probably subsistence.
And that would be that's atrocious in itself, right there.
Yeah. If you're just
You'd
gonna
almost
do
hope
that,
that they would just release Metal Gear 1 and 2 for $10 a pop or something like that.
Technically, you still could buy it like just Metal Gear, like the original one, like on GOG. I think still for like $9.
Right.
For now, I don't know how long it's gonna be up there.
Probably not long.
Yeah, because of this whole Master Collection thing. But yeah, the whole screenplay thing. I'm gonna I can only imagine with the it's a screenplay, right? Like an actual script. Right. I'm gonna be seeing a lot of like community theater on social media, like people just like acting out screenplays and shit, or reading it.
I hope that it's like a legit screenplay, like with actual, content of Snake interior Snake walked in. If it's just line reading, like and it might just be the script. I hope it's not just the script, but I bet if I doubled back, it would probably be script book. So that's cool. But
yeah, because I'm imagining like an actual screenplay, like it's an actual movie, is what I'm thinking. And instead of saying like Hideo Kojima, it's probably going to say probably Hojima Hideo.
Yeah, God, no place for Hideo.
I think he's credited, but I think other people wrote with him too. Whatever. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
The main guy gets the accolades and all that shit, and if it fails, his head is on the guillotine, kind of thing. But I was gonna say like I have a picture, but I have no idea what to do with it. Like I downloaded it because I was like, this is really interesting. Like I would like to see like what is this whole like package is about. Because you're right, it is $20 for each. Because I was just for the hell of it, I want to see like what each was cost individually, and I was like, fuck this, I might as well buy the whole collection. Because like some people were like, well, I'm just gonna get Metal Gear Solid 1 because I have the other ones, and I'm like, well, why don't you just buy the whole thing? You're already spending a quarter of what it's cost.
Right. It does say screenplay book.
Yes. Oh, I forgot you also get the graphic novels, which are also pretty good. I think it's the motion one with the dialogue as well.
Yeah.
From the voice actors. So you know what? I see all this. It's worth it. It's worth it. Even if you go to like any of those like third-party places, they're gonna like gouge you on the pricing and shit. So you might as well just get the whole collection.
A comprehensive, there we go, digital screenplay book, a comprehensive collection of cutscene dialogue, briefing files, and scripts for every single one of the series' characteristic codec calls. That still kind of just draws emphasis more on scripting to me, not a screenplay, like cutscene dialogue. So you're just going to be reading the script. Briefing files, you'll be reading the script of the briefing files. Yeah, that's interesting. And then you get the digital master book with each 1, 2, 3, and on the actual Konami website, you can download a sample, and it almost is like the Prima guide for characters and stuff like that. It lists, let's see, Metal Gear Solid 1 itself has in the sample an introduction to what it is, and then character profiles, explanations of incidents, and then even here on Liquid's profile, you've got Liquid's youth, which has pictures of Eli and like events from the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, when he ran away with a Metal Gear.
Hidden elements, so you're going to learn things like calling Natasha at specific points, defeating Liquid, Easter eggs. So yeah, like this would definitely be worth it. The master book seems like it would probably be worth it for a Metal Gear fan, maybe more than the screenplay book if it's just dialogue. Was the graphic novel always digital? Was there never a physical copy of?
There's a physical copy. There's a. They used to be like separate like volumes, and they put it into one big like omnibus kind of thing twice.
Nice.
Like, what is it called? IDW.
Yeah.
Did it? Yeah. Yeah. I ended up like buying like every single volume in the omnibus. I was a crazy fan.
I'm an idiot and didn't jump on it. I should have, because now World of Books has it for a price of $113, but it's marked down currently to $26.99.
What the? Wow.
I'll wait. I'll just wait for the the release here.
I mean, the graphic novels are pretty good. It gives you like a better like kind of like insight and look into what's happening in the events of the first two games, especially psychologically. They kind of emphasize on that part, so it's pretty good.
That would be good. Yeah. Because I know that there's like I don't think there's a book for each game, but there's a Metal Gear Solid novelization.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if there's one for two. Those would be, I'm sure those would be interesting to read. I have the Death Stranding, the first book. I've not read it. I think I bought it for like $9, and it just kind of has lived on the shelf because sometimes I don't know if I necessarily want to read Death Stranding. I've already lived that life once. Exactly. It's taking a lot for me to not go back because I had PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it. And I played through to like chapter 3, like right where the game blows up.
Yeah.
And it was at that point I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to be around anymore, kind of shit. But also in chapter 3 is where it like you get that's where it opens up into like the new mission. That super specific, not Metal Gear Solid, that very much is Metal Gear Solid mission. So. And then my dumb ass realized that, hey, I have it on PS4, the physical copy, and if you pop the disc in, I'm sure it works for digital as well. If you pop the disc in your PS5, you can get the PS5 edition for $10.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, I did that, and I'll probably never touch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the director's cut. I don't know exactly because I never played the original. I waited till it got to like. I waited till I got the Steam Deck, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the director's cut. It's like I think it's time for me to like go into like this other world with Kojima.
Yeah.
And I played it, and I was like, it's good. I enjoyed it. I'm at the part where that's like I'm like Higgs is like teasing me like, I'll see you at the beach.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you, dude. And then 10 minutes later, I go like, you know what? I think I'm good with this world right now. I think I'll come back when the second one is on the verge of release, and I'll finish the first one.
Yeah.
Because it is just like, it's very heavy. It's heavier than the other games he's done. And it's, heavy, like, meaning like emotionally.
Right.
And also like getting the character from point to point is just, it's
Gameplay
so exhausting.
oh
my God.
I mean, like the fact that that motherfucker, Hideo Kojima, forces you to trudge back, I think twice in that game with like nothing.
Yep.
It disconnects you from the chiral network, and you are just stuck trudging all the way back east.
Yeah, no.
And it is a fucking chore. There is no amount of low roar that will make that feel good. None.
No, you just like, you gotta change it up. Like, give me something else. Like, I usually put headphones on and listen to my own music because like that would like it kind of made me angry when I would hear it. And I was like, you know what? I am done with this right now.
Right.
And then especially having to deal with I forgot his character's name, but Mads Mikkelsen's character.
Oh yeah, Cliff Unger.
Yes. I was like, this fucking guy. I was like, I gotta meet him in these battlefields. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Yeah. I'm taking a break right now. Like, I know the whole story. I know everything because with everything else, it's all been spoiled. But like, I can play it and like still enjoy it. But I was like, you know what? I don't fucking feel like fighting my ghost dad in these like, wars, like traveling through time and being all, all this like psychological shit. And I was like, you know what? Take a break. Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Just come back later. I mean, it's interesting because we've got Gamescom going on right?
Yeah.
And then right around the corner in 2 or 3 weeks, I say, is Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
So what would be cool and what would be the greatest sense of revenge for Kojima is if they finally decide that they're ready to show some Delta shit.
Yeah.
Kojima's like, that's cool, but how about Death Stranding 2? I mean, is Death Stranding 2 a 2024 game along with Delta, or is Death Stranding 2025? I mean, all we've seen is a trailer, but that trailer had a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
that trailer had a lot going on that wasn't cuts, that wasn't gameplay. So from that point, it's like they've got something that they can show, maybe, but I don't know. It'll be interesting.
If they do that, if it's like a almost not simultaneous, but like in the same area of release between the two, I feel like it's gonna be like how Christopher Nolan did when I forget what movie it was. He released against his old cinematographer when he was doing Transcendence,
right?
And I forgot what movie Christopher Nolan was doing, and they kind of like did it like almost similar close release dates.
Like Interstellar, yeah.
Yeah, and then like Christopher Nolan's like, I fucking own you, cameraman.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and I was like, I can see that happening. I can see like, I don't know if I can see, because you know what, the relationship between Sony and Kojima, it's like, all right, they probably would have his back and be like, let's do this, let's see what happens.
And I think what you run into there is like Konami and Sony at that point almost too.
Yeah.
But I hope they do, like, release them within a couple of months, release them within a couple of weeks, do something. I mean, we'll see. I hope that one of those two games has something at the Tokyo Game Show, because E3 was now basically Tokyo Game Show to E3 is like fake E3, not E3.
Yeah,
is like 3 months. But also knowing that development cycles these days are like 5 to 7 years, is you have no idea exactly what the hell you get into. But I think Kojima with the studio and Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2, like the upper hand that they have is they're going off of the pre-existing engine, right? Like they're using the Decima engine for Guerrilla games. So I'm sure that does a lot of the legwork that you would need when you're trying to iterate or make a sequel. Because if you're trying to utilize your own, like the Fox engine, that was the coolest thing for one game, like one mass release of an action game, and then soccer games after that, like that feels terrible for the Fox engine to just go and live that life.
Like they, and that was such like a disservice. Like you couldn't figure out what else to do with it. You butchered it with Survive, right? And then you ended up using for soccer games. Like you couldn't have done anything else. I don't know. Maybe all that cut content that you promised would have been super sweet as a DLC.
Yeah. And it would be interesting to see Konami at Tokyo Game Show, because in the past that was where Metal Gears kind of thrived. That would be like where Metal Gears were announced or teased or something like that. So at this point, you'd almost think that Konami could double dip with Silent, like the 9,000 Silent Hill things that they announced, and then Delta.
Oh right, you know what? I completely forgot about Silent Hill after all this shit.
It's been one big thing, and it's like, where's it at now?
I mean, it's how awkward is that going to be? It's going to be like the divorced couple that like accidentally bumps into each other at an event.
Yeah, they have to go watch their son play soccer and stare at each other from across the field.
Like, you look good. Have you lost some weight? Like, oh yeah, kind of like been starting working out. Like,
Kojima's also going to be like, I got remarried to a bigger company.
It's like, she's got bigger boobs, you flat-chested bitch.
Got a 6-bedroom house.
But I mean, they could be sleazy. They could be like, they can do is like kind of like try to steal his thunder and say like, we're grateful for Hideo Kojima. We're grateful for everything he's done for this company.
Right.
And we're gonna showcase something here.
Yeah.
Kind of like, not in his memory, but like, like, thank you for everything you've done. You've started something. We're going to continue with it. Which kind of like is the message he's been asking all along. It's like, I'm going to start this, but get somebody else to continue on, because I don't want to do these games all the time.
And that's the weirdest thing. I'm going to pull up the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
Real quick. We're going to do that. September 21st. So we're about a month out.
Cool.
Now let's see if we can do the Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, usually whenever we do, like Adam was saying with the disco, that door right there is incredibly loud. It's been labeled as the Crypt Keeper just because it just kind of opens. So your kid being present is, no biggie. My wife is sometimes unbeknownst to her in several episodes. Let's see. Companies committed to the show: Bandai Namco, Toyoverse, Koei Tecmo, Level 5, Xbox, Sega Atlas, Square Enix, and Konami. Konami will at least be present.
They gotta say something. They'd be like, here's a Master Collection, here's another look at it, and check it out. We're doing Silent Hill.
Yeah. Here's Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
And maybe that'd be the best for them. It's like, do their two big remakes. Here's Silent Hill 2, here's Delta.
Yeah.
I mean, whether they do hands-on for either, they're going to be parts of everybody after that. And then if they come through and they're like, hey, Castlevania, we're back, then that'd be another thing in itself. But I don't know. I feel like it's weird for this company to like make a resurgence almost, or attempt a resurgence.
Yeah. I think they're like, it's time to get back into the dating world kind of thing.
Right.
It's like we were trying to do this well, we don't call gambling like slot machines. We call them something else.
Yeah.
It's like they look like slot machines like in America, but there's something else here.
Yeah.
But like that didn't that faltered, and they like try to like go with oh, check it out, NFTs are hot. Let's try to do something with that. Oh, that failed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like following the trend, and it's like, all right, you know what? Let's stop dicking around and get back to what we were doing before.
Actually do what we did.
Yeah.
Let's make ourselves a video game company.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for the most part, they've been like a shell company in the game world. Like you said, they did Japanese slots. They did pachinko.
Yeah, like pachinko, they threw slots.
They threw pretty Metal Gear Solid pictures on it and all that. And then they did the
mobile games,
and the mobile games, and then they dropped the TMNT collection. I mean, but even then, that's like running off of a trend because everybody wants a beat 'em up, 4-player beat 'em up, and now here we are with Silent Hill Day or whatever the hell they call it. And then now they dropped the Delta on. Was it the PlayStation Showcase? I think. So
what?
That's kind of where it was terrifying if Sony were to say, "Hey, your game's coming out March 1st, but Death Stranding 2 is coming out March 14th or something like that." So, because they've always carried that relationship. I mean, shit, you had 4 exclusive Metal Gear Solid games, right? I don't feel like they want to sever that tie, but at this point, for what Konami was and what Konami is now, maybe that's a tie that can be severed. Nothing is wrong with going multi-platform. No. It's almost more controversial these days to be exclusive. Not that there's anything wrong with exclusives, but you look at Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake that are exclusive to PlayStation 5. And then I can't remember if Rebirth is. I almost want to say Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2 is. It'd be really dumb for it not to. Nobody wants to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2 on Xbox.
Oh god. Yeah, no. I think Sony's had their hands full with having to go to their court appearances and going on behalf to try to do something with the Microsoft deal.
Right.
I mean, you got other people in the company, but maybe that kind of was the forefront. Yeah. And now it's all right, well, that's kind of done now. So it's let's power through and see what we can do with these game shows kind of thing.
Right. Well, because now we're looking at October for the Microsoft merger to maybe happen.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just let it go. Just let it happen. They've already said that they'll still make multi-platform stuff. Just let it go. I mean, the fact that Starfield itself being an Xbox exclusive is weird. It's weird that this big Bethesda production is going to release on Game Pass. Today alone, I was like, maybe I'll buy Starfield, but I have Game Pass. Why would I do that? Like, why am I going to go pay $70 for something that I'm already paying the subscription to pay? Like, At the same time, I don't know gaming business. I don't know how the dollars work. I don't know what functions back and forth and what's going through what pipe. But Game Pass sounds cool in theory, but I guess you just hope that more people subscribe to Game Pass over time. Really, because then you've got everybody with an Xbox and everybody with a PC now that can sign up for Game Pass, and day and date they've got it. So then you have two separate communities shelling out $15 a month, right? And then if you're assholes like us, like you have two Xboxes in your house, you've got one for yourself and one for your son. So then you're paying $30 just a month. So is it really that bad?
I was gonna say, like, I don't know, like, the whole I keep reading the reports of, like, they're losing so much money, all this because of the subscription model, and you hear also, like, with everyone else, like with like Netflix and all the other streaming companies, it's like all these people are losing so much money. But with Microsoft, it's like, all right, you're losing a lot of money, and on top of that, you're making a giant investment by absorbing a studio, which I thought was like a crazy amount of money. I was like,
it's like $69 billion.
At that rate, you could buy like several, professional sports teams.
Jesus.
Almost a league at that price, kind of thing. It's like, it's like, you have that much money.
Yeah, you could like buy the NFL
to spend on this on a game company, which, like, if you think about it, this day and age, is really ridiculous how we're just like taking the court's time, taking judges' time on a gaming company. Which, like, you probably could have had a moderator to do this behind closed doors, but you wanted the whole show. You wanted everyone to see, Sony standing up for the gaming community, saying Microsoft's going to go in there and make this all exclusive. You're not going to get your Call of Duty, and we're Sony. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's like you'll still get your Call of Duty. Like and that's what's insane is Microsoft is playing hardball and softball at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they know that they're getting this big acquisition, but they're also offering all these concessions. Like, the same as waking up for Metal Gear Solid being 720p on Monday. The same thing is, Microsoft signed a deal with Ubisoft that for their Ubisoft cloud platform or whatever it is, that they can do this for Activision. Yeah. Then it doesn't fall under it doesn't fall under Microsoft's cloud umbrella. And like, maybe it's good. Maybe Game Pass cloud gaming is okay. I'm never going to do it. I live in the Midwest. And that's kind of like a weird margin for the gaming market to think of, is like, I live 20 minutes, barely 20 miles from Wichita. Our internet fucking sucks. You drive 3 hours to Kansas City, you can get great internet. A friend of mine that lives up there can download a game in like 20 minutes. That game for me, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Probably more. Like,
yep.
I don't see this major stressor for cloud gaming as being like the killing point. But again, Midwest guy, can't speak for things like the UK, can't speak for cities like New York, LA, San Francisco, Kansas City. Like, our internet is garbage. And if I want good internet, I probably have to pay $200 a month.
No.
And that's just internet. That's not bundled. That's just the internet.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
I've tried to call every now and then. I'm like, all right, give me, what do I need for faster? Well, if you bundle it, you'll get this, and this for $200. But what if I don't? Well, then it's about $220. Fuck you.
Jesus
Christ. Respectfully, no thank you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my hang up is. I just wish it would happen. So, one, we could move on. And two, Microsoft isn't going to take all of those games and say these are all exclusives. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way that you make a $69 billion transaction and say it's only going to release on this.
Mm-hmm.
We have the smallest install base domestically. We have the smallest install base internationally. But hey, you know what? $69 billion, it's going to stay with us. There's no way that they're going to. That does not sell $500 boxes, right? Like that does not sell $500 gaming boxes when video games are $70 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also can't expect every person that buys an Xbox to sign up for Game Pass.
Yeah.
If you don't have Game Pass and you have an Xbox, I'm going to say that you're doing it wrong. But I mean, also in the same regard, we don't own those games. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm terrified whenever Persona 5 Royal gets taken off Game Pass because I have so many hours left to play in that game that whenever they say it's gone in 2 weeks, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I am not going to be able to jam through that. You know, even with 12 days to take, I'm not finishing that fucking game.
I was gonna say that's the story of every game that involves like digital.
Hundreds, yes.
In a way, there's lessons to be learned, and everywhere you look involves streaming platforms.
Right.
Because you always see like at least like on feeds or like emails or like even Google searches where it's like, you know, this is leaving Netflix at the end of the month. Here's the list. Check it out before it's gone, kind of thing.
50 titles.
Same thing with like Game Pass, where it's like it's not really a lot, but there are some titles where it's like, oh fuck, it's gonna leave. Like, oh, I lost my chance now.
Right.
Like, great.
My wife and I play Stardew Valley, so whenever they finally take Stardew Valley off Game Pass, I bought this game on PlayStation 4. I bought it on Switch. Mm-hmm. And then we're playing it on Xbox just because it's conveniently right here, and we can play it in the comfort of our own room at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning and just chill and knock out a couple of days. But whenever they go to take that off, that's another $8 that I'm going to spend on the same fucking game, which is an add-up problem. Not everybody needs to be neurotic and own the same game on several consoles. Mm-hmm. But it is that when it's gone, I'm going to buy it. So it's an interesting model. And here we are in the day of subscriptions. It's Netflix.
Yeah,
it's
pretty much everything.
It's Prime. It's everything.
Oh my god!
And if you want to get real niche, it's Criterion, it's MGM, it's Shudder. Streaming is no longer cheaper than cable.
No,
in any regards.
Up to it and more at some cases. And it's like
the other day I was like, I'm gonna cancel Disney Plus. Well, I'm now part of a legacy deal for Disney. Where Hulu and Disney Plus and ESPN Plus that I've literally never used are all bundled together for $15. Yep. So if I go to split this, I'm fucking myself, right? Like, I'm splitting this and then I'm going to pay $15 individually for Hulu, probably $10-12, whatever Disney Plus is up to.
Yeah,
so what am I out? ESPN that I don't already use? I'll just stick with this. I'll stick with this and never watch anything on Disney Plus until Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is put on. Even then, who knows? I'm not going to watch the newest Star Wars show. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with Star Wars. I'm exhausted with Marvel. I don't care about fucking Andor. I don't care about Ahsoka. I didn't watch 12 seasons of Star Wars cartoon. Everybody says it's good.
Yeah.
But I don't like the animation. The animation doesn't vibe with me whatsoever. So I'm not going to watch this. When they brought Ahsoka into Mandalorian, I was like, I know who she is because Star Wars fans don't shut the fuck up about anything that happens in those shows. But I don't know who she is as a fan. I don't have a personal feeling,
Yeah.
And Andor, I hated since Rogue One. He was like Solid Snake dialed up to 11. I'm not a hero. Like, all right, we get it. You don't have to say it every 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. On top of the flooding the market with everything. Yeah. It's so much shit to watch. Like, you don't really have the time. But, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm in the same boat. I have that triple play thing. And it's like, you know what? I'm screwed. I'm stuck with it because I don't want to spend more money.
Right.
On what I'm already spending, kind of thing.
Like, I've got my HBO Max.
Yeah.
Linked to my Hulu.
Okay.
So I can watch HBO Max on Hulu. I don't know why I did this. I've literally never used it. I've never used HBO Max in Hulu. Just sounded like a good thing one day.
Yeah.
And then the other day we wanted to finish Yellow Jackets. So now I've got Showtime. Thankfully, I've got a trial for Showtime, which would add another $10. So here I am paying $40 for one streaming thing, not counting Netflix, not counting Prime. So if I don't cancel Showtime, that's $40. If I do, $30, which is still insane. Because I don't have the time to watch everything on there.
No.
I'm not a stay-at-home parent. I'm not, I got shit to do. And when I start a TV show, chances are I'm out in 10 minutes. Have you been playing anything lately? Have you watched anything good lately?
You know what? I've been binge watching The Office.
I've never watched that.
I've only seen it on its first initial run, and then I rewatched it. And then I come to find out in this fucking place of Scranton, Pennsylvania, in this fictional office place, the most manliest person is fucking Dwight Schrute.
Nice.
He's like beat farmer. He drives like, I think, like a Trans Am, and he's just like exudes like masculinity in that place. I was like, it's kind of funny. I was like, all right, this guy is like super fucking masculine man.
Yeah.
Of all these other characters, like I would have not thought about that. And it makes it even more funnier when you put it in that context. But yeah, other than that, it's like I try to watch shows, but like you said before, all that Star Wars shit, I literally gave up a Mandalorian on this last season 3. I haven't
even finished it yet.
I like Pedro Pascal and this whole double dipping of like Last of Us and then Mando season 3 kind of thing. It's like it killed it. I was like, I can only handle one Pedro, and that's like Last of Us Pedro.
Yeah.
I was like, that fucking show sucked me in with episode 3. I was like, you got fucking, what's his name? Nick, I forgot his last name.
Nick
with that
Offerman,
episode. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, this episode, it pretty much like sold me on the whole series.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I mean, the cool thing about that episode, like you can almost just go back and watch that at any time. Like, you can watch that separate from anything else that happens in that show, and you will be just as well off, right? Like that episode is a perfect stand-in. It's a perfect one-shot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you had something there, like whoever was editing or doing whatever with that footage. I was like, they could have sat back and be like, I think we literally have something here. Not to make like a spin-off series, but maybe make like a little mini spin-off movie in this HBO world thing. I was like, just the story of these two guys in this world.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been happy. Like, it doesn't have to be long. It could be like an hour and 20 minutes. That's a movie.
Like that. It'll be interesting if that does not just wipe the Emmys whenever they come around. Like that is nominated for everything.
Yeah.
That episode alone is also nominated for everything. Like that show, if it does not win something, somebody fucked it. Right? Like, good lord.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, it's just been like, it's been with the streaming shit. Because you know what? With the whole like strike stuff, it's been like, it kind of like made me go like, I feel dirty watching all this stuff right now.
Yeah.
I feel a little dirty because I'm on like my TikTok feeds, and like fucking people are like picketing. They're like, we want money. Netflix, you bastards, you owe us residuals. 10 cents? I can't survive on that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, like you're so desensitized to wanting to watch something because you know what these people go through. It's like, yeah. Icky's a good word for it.
And the horror stories are, well, because you know what? Because everybody's talking. Because, you know, what else can you talk about other than the strike? It's like the guy who I think was one of the writers of the Bear Show had to like pawn his shit.
Yeah.
To like go to an awards to afford like a proper suit.
Right.
And travel. And I was like, well, that's horrible.
Yeah.
First of all, I was like, that shouldn't be.
No.
Kind of thing.
We just finished the second season of that show.
Oh, yeah.
Last week. It's like, all right, well, I guess we'll see season 3 in 2025.
Exactly.
2026 at this point.
Dude, I fucking almost had like an orgasm when I was like, fucking the Punisher and fucking Saul Goodman are gonna fucking go at it at the table. I was just like, throw that fucking fork, throw it.
Yes.
Throw it.
Yes.
It's like, come on, Bernthal, just do it.
God, I know.
Do it.
That was such an intense episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That was a fucking star-studded episode.
It was stacked, and it was long too. It was like an hour long for a 30-minute show. You're like, holy shit. Yeah, that show is so good. I think this whole strike thing is I can't imagine that it's close to being over. I mean, it's good that some of these companies, like A24 specifically, is like, hey, fuck it. You know what? You want this? You can have it. I mean, you've got big companies with like Disney with Bob Iger, which probably requires those fucking censor warning. Like, I know I've said it like on elsewhere, but I was glad when Bob Iger left because he ran his tenure. Disney was pretty good. Disney was in a good spot. It was like, all right, now we can leave. And then kind of saw that it was Marvel, Star Wars, minimal Disney presence, not great Disney presence. And then Bob Iger came back and was like, I don't think I want you right now. And made all of these big asshole comments about the strike. It's like, I definitely don't want you back right now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Even if you say like off the cuff to like people that you know and you're with.
Yeah.
Saying the fact that like, oh, we're just gonna wait it out till they fucking lose their houses and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. That's the worst shit you ever like wish upon people. Like,
right.
The fuck are you talking about? First of all, you had two Bobs, the tale of two Bobs. It was like Bewitched. It was like you had Dick York and Dick Sargent. Like, obviously we knew it was a different person, but like two different guys named Bob are in charge. I was like, what the fuck?
The Bobs.
It's like there's no one else you can, probably fit into this company to like kind of like
find a Charlie.
Fuck me, man. Oh, and then you're just firing everybody. Be like, you know what? What's her name? Kathleen Kelly. Didn't she get fired?
Ooh, I think she like stepped down shortly. It might have been.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where it's like, if you don't step down, we're gonna get rid of you. The other people in charge, they're like, aren't they in charge of like quality control? Like, isn't that Kevin Feige guy?
Kevin Feige, and then you got like Dave Filoni for Star Wars. It's like you guys are just shoveling it out. Like, give us a break. We need a break. We do not need every quarter. We don't need one of these big things.
Oh my god, no!
Because they're not big things anymore because they're so frequent. Like if Activision, let's say for instance, were to release a Call of Duty, in the first half of the year and the second half of the year, which I guess they do, Warzone's ongoing and they update everything all the time. But if they were to release Call of Duty Modern Warfare 19 right now in March, and then Call of Duty Cold War or whatever, Black Ops in November, you're not going to get the same return rate because nobody wants to spend $70 in March to turn around and spend $70 in November. Unless, if Call of Duty players would. I understand that's a bad idea. Call of Duty players definitely fucking would. But, the same as, I guess, Marvel fans are like, I'm going to go see this in March, and I'm going to go see this next one in May, and then again in October, and then maybe just, like, it is just oversaturated. I felt bad for a while. Like, my wife's birthday thing was we were going to go see Star Wars, because it just always came out, like, right around the same time. So, like, she probably celebrated when Rise of the Skywalker came out. She's like, good. There are no more of these coming out on my fucking birthday. Like, we don't have to do this as a thing anymore. So it's an oversaturated market. It's a big market, and I know, like I said on Adam and Sam at the Disco, we had talked about it. It's like if a writer and it's right and the writing and the content of what they wrote, like if that made you fucking smile at any point in this world, if that made you laugh, if that made you emotionally resonate with anything in the year 2023 where everything is fucked, that person deserves to get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the start and stop. Like, that person deserves something, and it needs to come from more than what their signing bonus was, which I'm sure was like $10,000. And, writers don't just crank shit out. That's not how writing is. That's not the writing process. Like, writing, especially for a show, let's take Classics, for instance, right? Like, that is a thing that is multiple years in development and in writing and getting everything together. Like, so from the time that, and it's not like Neil Druckmann or Bruce Staley or Craig Mazin needed that money.
Yeah.
Let's put emphasis around that. Everybody needs money, but it's not like they weren't the ones living off the HBO money. But there are plenty of writers that do. If that's the inability for somebody to pay their bills, man. Yes. Yeah, that's one thing that we're like recording tonight, because we were going to record the other one tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah,
like, well, what about Tuesdays? Like, that's really quick.
I was gonna say, like, I've been talking with you and I've been talking with Sam. I was like, I actually jumped on and subscribed to you guys' podcasts, and I was like, I like Panic at the Disco, and I was like, but now you guys are actually making me want to like listen to it constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, and it's also good. It's like both funny and and it's very informative kind of thing, where it's like, not really surprised, especially with Sam,
right?
Kind of thing, where it's like that was kind of like his main like MO in regards to like podcasting,
right,
and stuff. But yeah, it's like it's good to hear you guys when it's not Metal Gear related. It kind of gives my brain a break, kind of thing.
Well, and I try to do good by your listeners and not introduce like the same fucking crazy person that I can be on there. Like, I mean, you know, because on there it's just
I was just saying,
for all. You have no idea.
There are two different Adams in this world. There's
can be, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing on this podcast. I've had, you know, some guest starts, like, they said some pretty crazy shit I had to like edit out, kind of thing.
Right.
I was like, this is probably gonna get me in fucking trouble. Like, not like, you know, like general, but like somewhere along the line, someone's gonna be like, this fucking guy on his fucking podcast said this, and I was like, fuck him, kind of thing. I was like, I don't want that negativity, or
we've already had that negativity. Yeah. I mean, I think it was one episode that came out last week, maybe, where we pissed off some Twitter Panic at the Disco fans. I mean, they were really excited to listen to us, and then they must have like gone back, I don't know where, and then a couple of tweets, like a couple of hours later, like they sent out another tweet that was like, nope, fuck these guys, and they blocked me on Twitter as well. So I was like, all right, I don't know what you heard, but I don't feel like we're that bad. So, I mean, of course, we're just a couple of dudes shooting shit. We're not we're not musical.
Yeah.
We're not talented in that regard. I mean, we're just kind of two guys talking about Panic at the Disco, you know.
Yeah.
We're not the guys that can tell you what kind of instrument they're playing, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll at least dissect the lyrics. And like you said, Sam's great at that. Sam fucking kills it. I do find it funny a lot of the time when I've mentioned on the podcast. Like, it was just a random fucking 11:30 at night drunk thing. It was like, hey, I've got this idea. And it's like, you know, Adam and Sam at the Disco. I was like, all right, I know that's really dumb. And then it kind of seemed like time went by, and he's like, but what if we did it? Like, hey, fuck it, you know, let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like Metal Gear, you know, I don't want to say it's like Metal Gear Mondays, but it's like Metal Gear Mondays in the sense that you know that you have a start and stop. Like, you know that you're you're eventually gonna run your close. Like, there's 7 Panic at the Disco albums, so we know that we have 7 seasons.
I hear you.
And then they've got, you know, there's music videos, and then they've got a few singles that drop between albums, and then when you're the lead singer of Panic at the Disco, you know, once Panic at the Disco became its own solo thing for him, like, he would go and pop on the other tracks as a featuring artist. So we're going to discuss all that. We have a Halloween episode this year. We've got a Christmas episode this year.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I think we look like Adam and Sam at the Disco itself as a podcast about Panic at the Disco is likely to last through most of 2024. You know, so this is probably the most I've talked about it on your podcast. Like, it comes out every Tuesday. Fucking right now, if you jumped in, you probably want to at least start over at the overview for the album, unless you really like a song. Like, it's crazy for me, and it's probably because it's in my aggregate for Spotify, but like, if I searched a Panic at the Disco song title for one that we've already covered, you know, it's the song, and then a few listed below that is Adam and Sam at the Disco.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of listeners. Like, I think, we average maybe between 30 and 60, depending on maybe what the song is or what the situation is. So it's crazy. I never thought that I would be podcasting, and then getting comfortable with Adam and Sam at the Disco is what made me reach out to you. It was like, cool, I love Metal Gear. Half the time that I'm on here, we don't even talk about Metal Gear, so that's even more exciting. It's weird. But it was like that gave me the confidence to be like, I can jump on other things, and we can talk. Like, I can talk about other things, and maybe we have a poll on Adam and Sam at the Disco, like, who was dumber this episode. I win 90% of those. I don't know if it's technically winning, so I try not to bring that energy to your show, just because I don't need a complex.
I was gonna say, like, I'm literally everywhere. Unfortunately, I believe Stitcher is closing.
Yeah,
and so that was like one of the main things where like people were like actually using Stitcher. I was like, I don't know, I don't use it. I've never have, and it's kind of like one of those things where I only Spotify has like polls because I'm doing this through Spotify. And nobody fucking. I'm just gonna start putting random crazy shit on the polls and see if anybody hits anything. Because I can see who listens to where and on what platform.
And what their age is and their gender and all that. It's so fucking weird. It's very like you kind of feel like you're breaking a privacy law by knowing some of those things. Like, I know that we're not popular with Zoomers.
What age is that?
Probably
is that like under 17?
Yeah, that'd be like maybe right now like 7 to 25 or something like that.
Okay.
What the age would be? Your kids would probably be Zoomers, or with how young they are, they might be Zoomers. I don't know. But my kids are definitely Zoomers, and I don't want them to listen to it. There's been plenty of trash talk about my kids on that podcast, and that's fine. That's what I have. Like, that's what it's we have our own little mini video game podcast kind of before every episode actually starts, and it's a real fun thing. I've always praised Sam for his ability of not only putting up with me every couple of weeks or every week for a couple of hours so we can jam out, but I mean, he also does everything. Like, he does the editing, he does the music. It's a great show.
I would say, like, for not just for everybody that I've bothered on from Metal Gear Mondays, and that's including Sam. Like, they've just all been like super nice and super like also informative to other people in the community that I've come across. Because I was like, when I started this shit, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I was kind of like doing like, I'm gonna do like game per game, and then I was like, you know what, I don't like that. That feels like a job. And I started doing it. It's like, well, I want to do this whole like kind of like a cross between like Anthony Bourdain and like, I'm trying to think of someone else. I was like, instead of like traveling, I'm going to be digitally traveling to all these other fans. And like, let's talk about, what do you want to talk about? What makes this series, why do you enjoy it so much? Like, why have you clamored on what at the time was like in a coma, and now it's just like it's been reawakened kind of thing. But like, as I've done this over time, it's the craziest shit. Like, the episodes that people listen to, it's like things where it's like, my most listened to is like not most of it, but some of the people who like were part of the Metal Gear Mondays community, but like other people, like like Maddie, that's Raspberry, who's like a streamer and artist kind of thing. And fuck, who is calling right now? Anyway, and it's just, those are the episodes like are super like up, and I was like, well, that's interesting. I was like, because it's not like your typical people kind of thing. And I finally broken through. I was like, hey, I've got between ages 0 to 17. Awesome. I got 18 through 22. Yes. I was like, I'm getting through these kids now. It's like, listen to this old man rant about Metal Gear back in his day.
Old man yell at clouds.
Kind of thing. Exactly. And I was like, all right. It's like, at the beginning, I was mostly male. I was like, wow, this is a huge sausage fest here. It's like, now we got female and non-binary and not specified. It's like, yes, it's happening, folks. I'm getting more people. Kind of thing. But yeah, it's been a really good journey. Getting to talk to everybody, including you as well. Getting to know more people. kind of thing.
I have no idea what the hell just happened.
You kind of froze. And I was like, I think he's still there. And then like you disappeared. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like you froze for me, but I could still hear you. And then it was just like, woof.
It's Zoom. It's
so you'll still definitely at least have your audio. That's great.
Like
yeah, it's surreal. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like you're just shouting to a void. Right?
Exactly.
You don't know who's listening. You have no idea where they are, who they are. You just know that somehow you're connecting with someone. For Adam and Santa the Disco, our peak episodes are like the overviews for each episode. And then they kind of fluctuate. None of them really touch that peak number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like for the most part, it's with podcasting, you don't know what it is. I could have never done this by myself. Like I could have never run a one-man show. That would have been exhausting for me and people listening. And I think that's one thing that's made Adam and Santa the Disco great. Is not only do we have like we're focused, like the episodes, like the tangents we go on aren't focused, but I feel like actually having a dedicated thing makes it better. But and that's just like me as a personality. Because of course, like your show, like you said, you're able to engage with members of the Metal Gear community. And you know, if it were a one-man show for you, what would that be? You, like you said, you'd be playing the games. You would just you would be doing a playthrough podcast, and it's not like there's many of that for the Metal Gear series. I mean, there's Metal Gear Mondays was the big thing. You know, there's plenty of those for other game series that you just kind of fall into a thing by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and just like on topic of Metal Gear Mondays, I just love like how there's all these like remakes and like Master Collection coming out.
Oh yeah,
it just brings everybody out into the Discord and just like, are you guys gonna do this next? Right. And it's like, uh-oh. It's like all this shit started up some stuff.
It'll be terrifying, and I haven't talked to Sam. It'll be terrifying what they're trying to do whenever Death Stranding 2 comes out.
So, yeah.
If I were them, I'd just leave it. Just live your life.
I was gonna say, like, it's a comparison to, like, you know, Michael Jordan. It's like, you went out on top. Don't go back.
Don't come back.
Do we want, like, Washington Wizards, Michael Jordan kind of thing?
Right.
That's what I feel like it would be. And, you know, like, I'm guilty of this. Like, I will stoke the flames as well. Where it's like, I think literally someone asked, last year, like, you know, take out all the old shit, like Slack or whatever. And I was like, oh, it doesn't really bother me. And then he just like, I think he just said like, pay me. And I was like, what if someone did like started like a fucking Kickstarter fund? I was like, what if you actually do get the money? Like, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, that'd be funny as fuck. You know, it's one of those things where it's like they rode high, they bowed out gracefully, kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, those. Man. You never felt that like a group of guys on a Metal Gear Solid Monday, like a Metal Gear Solid podcast, on their exiting would make you resonate emotionally. Like, it's almost one of those things that I don't think I listen to a lot of those podcasts at work, like the closing podcast, kind of the last 2 or 3 days. Like, I don't want to be sobbing or anything while I'm around everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not to mention like there's a whole like slew of like different like hosts of people.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, like I can't think of any other podcast that did something like that, where it's like you continue on with like some people stayed on, some people left, or like just a whole new crew. It's just like kind of makes my head spin, kind of thing. I was like, holy shit! Like I eventually will have an end date myself,
right?
Or I just might be nuts. I'm like, I'm gonna do this till I'm 50, kind of thing. I was like, that's too much, though.
I mean, hey, if people are listening. I mean, yeah, it was really cool. Like I actually got to meet. Sam. You know, last month. It was the circumstances were great. Like we drove from Kansas to Ohio. Like it was a 3-day trip. We drove from Kansas to Ohio for a funeral. But you know, Sam had just
moved back,
relocated, and then where I was going was like 3 hours north. So the way that we could actually do maps, was like, all right, we can just travel up through there and get to where we need to go. So we actually got to meet. I got to, you know, we hung out in his apartment for a bit. We went and grabbed dinner. So that made that trip. You know, that was the most fun part of that trip. Aside from my wife and I getting to go stand in Lake Erie water. I mean, it was that was definitely the silver lining for it.
It's always a plus, especially to meet like people, good people online. You meet them in person as well, kind of thing. Yeah.
And I think like the only other host for Metal Gear Mondays that we got close to doing that with was Tori, like who lives in Kansas, and she lived in the Kansas City area.
Yeah.
And then had a work thing near Wichita. I was like, if we can make it happen, but then of course life happens, and then timelines cross, and it's like, all right, well, shit, all right, catch you next time. Hopefully, when next time sometime comes.
It's nice that it's happened. Life.
Yeah.
What's the quote? Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Kind of thing. But yeah, it's like I think we're starting to wind down on the podcast.
Seems like the wives are probably needing this.
Yeah, I just like I don't know what caught. Well, I don't know what recorded, but I can hear.
There is that.
I can hear my kid. I was like, holy shit! There's a war going on out there right now. And I was like, I'm gonna walk into that mess kind of thing. But yeah, I was gonna say like we obviously discussed on the podcast about Adam and Sam at the disco, so I always plug other people's endeavors. And
like I said, drops every Tuesday. Every Tuesday you can wake up on Spotify or wherever, like Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to listen.
Wherever
it's
you get
be there waiting for you.
Exactly.
Like I said, you get a whole different realm of insanity from me, but it's there. It's fun listen. Sometimes it sounds pretentious to say that I listen to my own podcast, but the way that we're staggered on releases, like we do 2 or 3 at a time, so you forget what you said, and you're like, "Holy shit, what an idiot!" But
I don't think it's pretentious. Like I listen to myself, and I sound like I'm a sleepy person. I'm, because I'm so mellow and so like relaxed, kind of thing.
It's also like, what makes this like easy to listen to. You're not like me, where it's like you're just like high energy and you're loud and all that. It makes it so easy to listen to, Johnny. Like it really does. Like it's not that you're sleepy. You just have you have this pleasing aura around you, man. Like you've just, like you said, you're mellow, and it makes it so.
You're not the only one. A lot of people I've come across, they like, I wasn't sure how I was going to be, but like, hey, you made me feel really relaxed. And I was like, that's my whole thing, man, or lady. It's like, that's my whole thing. I was like, I'm just here to talk. We're just here to talk. We're just two people. But yeah, I was going to say, I want to thank you again, Adam, for coming on here. And
of course. As I always say, the invitation is always open.
I think we did talk about Metal Gear at some point.
A little bit. But sooner or later, we'll actually focus. We'll have a focused episode sometime. But
I think we'll actually talk about the mechanics about the games.
I feel like that's what
I feel like that was what we're supposed to.
We'll definitely have to do that before the Master Collection comes out. That way we can just kind of, you can capitalize off that.
I was just saying, you know what? It's been 2 months and we needed to catch up kind of thing episode.
Right.
But I'm fine with it. Like, I don't really, hey, this is my podcast. This is what they're going to listen to.
Yeah. And hey, if you let me run free, baby, I'm going to run free.
I would give you carte blanche to like run buck naked wild in this forum here.
You might not want to see it.
But yeah, like it's been good talking to you, Adam.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.